Hey everybody, Shep here. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, the little chicks are growing good. I've had them for 2 weeks now. They're growing real fast. And speaking of chicks, I bought something for them that I'm excited about. I'll show you guys here in just a sec. So if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that I grind grain to make scratch grain to feed my chickens to supplement their food. So I don't have to buy as much feed, but I still feed them store-bought feed. But then I also feed them the scratch grains, like I said. I grow sorghum, sunflowers, and field corn, and I've grown wheat in the past, so I kind of mix that stuff together. And I use these grinders to crack corn for the chickens, because if you know chickens, if you give them cracked corn or you give them regular corn, they don't really like eating the whole kernel, and they like it to be nice and cracked, which I can't say that I'd blame them if I was a chicken. But this is what I have been using since I've had chickens. It's just a hand crank, very simple, corn grinder. And then I recently upgraded to this electric one, which I'm really happy about, because it's way faster and it's just a lot easier to use. Now this grinder here, like I said, I've had it as long as I've had chickens. Both of these grinders I bought on Amazon. This one costs around $50, or at least it did when I bought it. And like I said, I have no complaints with it. It's worked great for me. It's just slow is the thing too. I don't remember what size that hopper is, but if you have that hopper full, it takes about 5 minutes to grind it. I have a video from when I first got this, and I remember that's about what it was. But like I said, no complaints other than that it's just slow, and you crank on it for a while and it does kind of wear you out. But I'm gonna keep it around, and I'm gonna attempt this fall to grind some corn for cornmeal to cook with. I'm gonna try that out, see how that does. But I had been wanting to upgrade to an electric grinder or something that's a little more easy to use, something that's a little faster. Because with this being slow, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I tend to get lazy and not grind the corn as much as I should, just because it's time consuming and I've got other stuff going on, and I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time messing with this. Because to grind the batches, which I do, which isn't even that much corn, you're looking at probably 30 minutes by the time you grind and rest and all that stuff, and sometimes that kind of just takes the fun out of it. So anyway, I had been wanting to upgrade, and like I said, this one costs around $50. Now there's one that costs between $100 and probably $300. That is a plastic style. But so I was kind of looking at getting one of those, and then I've seen these, which these go for between $200 and $300, depending on which one you get. And they kind of all look the same. They're just painted different colors. I don't know if they're made in the same factory, but they kind of look like it. Some of them have a little bit more features, like this one. As soon as you plug it in, it turns on, or some have switches. To me, it wasn't really worth the extra money to buy the one with the switch. I got this one for $200. I'd been wanting one of these for a long time, and I finally decided to pull the trigger and buy it, because they're not, nothing's getting any cheaper. And I got these baby chicks now, and I just think it's time to upgrade. So in a minute, I'm going to put a video in here of me grinding with this. And the hopper on this holds about a gallon-sized bucket of corn. And I think in the video it takes right around a minute to grind it. So kind of the batches I mix up are about 2 to 3 gallons bucket worth of corn at a time to feed the chickens. So I mean, this is just takes a couple minutes to do. It takes more time to drag this out and and plug it in than it does to grind. So it's super convenient that way. It's pretty heavy, so it's not the easiest thing to move around, but at the same time, it's not too bad. The reason I decided to go with this corn grinder is because it's all metal construction versus the plastic of some of the others. So that was kind of the main thing. I thought that this should be more durable in the long run because I plan on doing this for a while, so I kind of wanted to get something that I thought would last. So time will tell if it does or not, but yeah, that's part of the reason I went with this one. So overall, I'm real happy that I got it. Time will tell how long it holds up in the long run. I'm excited to have it because it's going to make grinding corn for the chickens a lot easier. As of right now, that is the absolute only thing that I plan on using it for, is just to crack corn. It seems to work really well for that so far, and that's really all I plan on using it for. I mean, I could grind other stuff with it, but at this time I don't really have the need to. But I'm real happy to have it, and it's going to work really well with the new corn sheller that I picked up over the winter. We might make a video if you guys are interested in that. Definitely show it off in the fall, but a very good friend of mine gave me a John Deere corn sheller. If you've seen my other videos, you know I have the small hand cranked one that you mount to like a wooden box. That's what I had. Well, he gave me an antique John Deere one that's a freestanding one that had been in his family for a long time, so that's really cool. I haven't used it yet, obviously. I just got it over the winter, but excited to do that. That's going to make shelling corn go a lot easier, and then this is going to make the grinding corn way easier. So real happy to have all this stuff. Just like with anything, if you're starting out, you don't get all this stuff overnight. It takes a while, takes time to get this stuff, but eventually, if you work towards it, you can end up with stuff you want, which is why I'm real excited about this. But anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Probably my next video, I'll be doing some more gardening stuff. I'm going to try to disc here later on today. Might have some video of that up in a couple days. But just want to say thank you to my new subscribers. Thanks to everybody that watched these videos. I really appreciate it. And I hope everybody out there has a great day. And I'll talk to you next time.